Hello! Lovely to see you again. Will here with another Will Thunder Talks video. Today I'm going to jump into a fun little question. If you haven't been here before, I'm Will. I talk about things that I think are interesting and help me self-reflect and think about kind of what's going on in my head and how I relate to the world. And, I'm under no illusion that I'm some all-knowing, all-powerful, big-brain Giga Chad. But I like to think that some of my thoughts might be useful to somebody. And also, it's quite therapeutic for me to sit and explore questions in front of a camera, potentially to you. So I'm going to do that today. So what sets you up to fail is the question I'm going to be throwing down today. So what sets me up to fail are certainly my own expectations. I have expectations that feel really rigid and unreasonable often, I feel, for materially where I'm at. Okay, so I think, I don't know if others relate with me on this, but I feel social media kind of throws a lot of expectations at me. Really, I'm a farmer, dude. I literally went and spoke to some people the other day about collaborating on the mental health front. I did the coaching thing, and like one of them said, like, I saw you kind of thought you looked like a farmer, and like that's like surprisingly apt because like my granddad was a farmer, my uncle was a farmer, there's a lot of farming in my family, so yeah, like that's part of my genetic pool. I'm like a farmer, really. I don't know where I got off on the idea that I have to be some omega business billionaire because I'm just the son, a grandparents of a grandchild of a farmer, and my mum works in a pharmacy and my dad has been unemployed. Like that's it, right? I'm the first person in my family to have a degree. The bar's not high in my family, but the expectations of the world still suck me in and made me think, oh, I should be a bajillionaire. And then I feel like everything I'm doing is worthless because I'm like not meeting those kind of societal expectations, which kind of suck because like I'm just a regular dude mostly. I like to think about things a lot. I like to read books. I like to understand people, and I'm trained to be a therapist, and I'm excited to do that. I think that's a really cool job to do. But really, the expectations are like low for like what objectively should be the output of my life. I think, based on my environment and my context. And it's just because I was born in a regular family, it doesn't mean I can't aspire to more. Lots of people do that all the time. But when I think about where I want to be, what I want to grow into, where I've come from, all of that really influences things, I like to believe in social mobility, but I think that's something that in the current world feels challenging to accept will be a thing that much. I guess all to say, I have a film degree and I did not have a bunch of family members that worked in the film industry, so I unfortunately could not work in the film industry. Maybe that's a me thing. But again, I think what set me up to fail a lot historically was a lack of belief in myself. I believe in myself a lot more now than I ever did. Which is really cool. It's why I'm here shooting this video right now. I think I'm cool enough where my thoughts could be on the internet, and if people don't watch them, cool, whatever. But I'm getting this out and I'm talking to you guys. I think a lot of lack of belief historically used to eat away at my ability to feel confident enough in leaning into the values I really care about. Like, I love adventuring. I said it on this channel before, I say it again. I love going on a little journey, a little adventure. But I was a little anxious egg, and I also came from a scarcity environment. So anything that was a cost that resulted in fun for me felt absurd to spend money on because we have to pay for the basics. Don't spend more than the basics. So yeah, I think that scarcity mindset really reduces my risk tolerance and pulls me away from taking risks where maybe I should take a little more risk sometimes. And then I think the insane correction of that is sometimes that I will then like go do something incredibly risky because I'm tired of never taking moderate risk, which then sets me up to make a big whoopsie daisy, which is frustrating. But now I feel more comfortable and confident in myself than ever. I think shout out to my therapy training for that. Shout out to my wonderful home environment and wife for that. That's all really cool. But I think more than anything, I want to lean into failure a bit more. You know, what sets you up to fail is kind of maybe being afraid of failure. And I think failing is profoundly useful and helpful. And I have failed a bunch. I keep coming back to this idea of me teaching guitar in Atlanta, Georgia, many moons ago, back in my youth. And I never did it because I was afraid. I was afraid of not, I guess, being in a different place and feeling out of sorts and not having any options. I think it would have been cool as hell to go and be in America for a bit, back when it was less obviously crazy, and play guitar with some kids in a camp all summer. That would be cool. Can't really do that now. A little too old, have a little too many financial responsibilities. Can't really do that, which sucks, but I think I would have really enjoyed it. So I think this adds to what sets me up to fail. It's like that lack of risk tolerance. It's one of the reasons why your boy's going to Barcelona at the end of the month, and I think doing that is going to help me, just like I went to Prague last year, boys, or gals. I think going to Prague was really great for me. I think it was a really great growing moment. It was like, hey, I can do this. I can go by myself. I go to another country where I don't speak the language, and I can muddle through. I can have cool experiences. I can socialise with people fine. And I'm doing it again at the end of January. Cheap as chips, £100, flight, hostel. I'm going to a skater hostel. I don't even like skateboarding, but I thought, that's different. Let's try a bit of different. So we are going to Spain, Barcelona, and I am excited to be there. I might even film some of it for you guys. But set myself up to fail looks like not taking the right amount of risk. You know, not taking extreme risk, just taking moderate risk and doing things that help me connect with others and give me an opportunity to develop my skills, give me an opportunity to connect with new people, be open, grow. You know, I think a lot of the change that's happened last year, especially the last quarter of last year, which was a lot, by the way. If you haven't seen the other videos, it was a lot. I think I need to lean into change more. I need to be the initiator of more change in my life. Because I think I think something that leads me to failure is when I get burnt out, I get less honest. And when I get less honest, then the dishonesty leads me to doing things that aren't helpful, doing things that lead me into situations that really, if I just initiated, things would end on better terms. You know, if I was like, you know what, this job ain't it, maybe I need to just check the fuck out and just leave, that would probably work better for all parties and I wouldn't burn any bridges. But I get really burnt out and I don't listen to myself and I don't go, hey, maybe I should do something else. Because I kind of have like a 2-year time limit, it feels, on jobs in my head. I get to the 2-year mark and I'm like, get me out of here, get me out of here. And I think it's because my brain loves variety. I love doing different things. I love not limiting myself to one range of activities. So like, you know, therapy's cool, but I'm going to do other stuff when I'm a therapist. I ain't going to just do therapy. I promise you that now. I'm going to be making more videos. I'm going to be more ambitious. I'm going to be trying to shoot music videos. I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff. I'm going to be, maybe I'll be teaching. Maybe I'll be consulting. Maybe I'll be doing coaching qualifications. Maybe I've been playing with the idea of being a dietitian or a personal trainer myself when I lost all my weight. So I can do the full 360 range of health, right? I'm covering the mental health thing. I'll be a therapist. Then understand the nutrition, food, munch, right? That can play into your therapy brain feelings. Then, personal trainer, we can do some squats while we cry. Why not? Cry while squatting? I've done it before. Let's cry while squatting. Do some deadlifts until we cry. I don't want to limit myself, but I want to keep the appropriate pace. I want to take the moderate risk. I think education is moderate risk and a good risk. And something I can be like, yeah, man, I'm a dietitian. Maybe eat this. Or, hey, man, I'm a therapist. How do you feel about that? Or, hey, man, I'm a personal trainer. Maybe do this workout. Because I love exercise. I love the gym. I'm just a big dude, and I don't feel like I'm allowed to be a personal trainer because I'm currently overweight. But I'm working on it. So, who knows? But I don't want to set myself up to fail with that. Right. We're at the end of the video. Those are my thoughts on what sets me up to fail and my attempts to combat those. You've been wonderful. I've been Will, you beautiful little cutie. If you made it this far, hell yeah. If you didn't, forget about it. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.